equipping kingdom catalysts. We are GlobalCASTresources.com.
All right, well, here we are in the ruins of Ephesus, which is a classic example, not only of urbanization during the Roman era, but really a classic example of how the church grew in that period of time. And we learned from Acts 17 that it was Paul's practice to actually come into these Roman cities and spend time dialoguing about, discussing about the kingdom of heaven in very key places. He would go to the marketplace, which was a place of business and trade, and he would go to the synagogues, which was the place of religious ideology and worldview, and he would go to these city centers because it was a strategic place to plant the seed of the kingdom. And this is a classic example of how the kingdom of God spread very rapidly. And Paul's strategy was city center engagement. And he would come into the places like this, and he would engage the culture by walking through their marketplaces, which this road that we're on right now is a road that was known for shops and vendors. It was a place of market of ideas. Paul would hang out in those places. And even in a city like Ephesus, Paul spent 2 years renting a hall, the Hall of Tyrannus, literally just to dialogue daily with the people of the city. And one of the statements that's made in Acts 19 is that because of that focus that Paul had on a city like this in the Roman Empire, it says that the gospel of the kingdom spread throughout all of Asia, specifically because of his time in Ephesus. What that says is that the gift of the city is the projection of ideas, that the city markets ideas. And so by Paul focusing on the city and infusing the ideology of the kingdom and the dialogue of the kingdom of God and speaking in the places of business and the places where men philosophize together and the places of religious thought, that it could not be contained. The gift of the city is that it is marketed to the region, because a city is like a pump, and so every seed of the kingdom that Paul planted was immediately then carried by multitudes of people back into rural areas. 2 years in Ephesus causes the statement in Acts 19 that all of Asia heard about the kingdom of God. That's the gift of the city. And so when Paul in his strategy targeted cities, he literally effectively evangelized whole regions. It's something we could learn from even today.
Working to see the whole church bring the whole gospel to the whole world. We are GlobalCASTresources.com.